This is the Anker Portable Power Station Solix C300, and it's been sitting on my desk for a while now. If you're watching this, you're probably curious about whether a compact power station really makes a difference for camping, road trips, or just those sudden power outages. That was exactly my question too, before I actually started using it. I kept wondering, will it be a hassle to carry? Is it really as easy to use as everyone says? Will it actually have enough power for my basic needs when I'm on the go or at home? Looking at it, the shape is kind of modern and boxy, but it's definitely compact and feels very sturdy in hand. Anker's signature dark gray color and build give it a sort of understated look that blends in almost anywhere. There's a solid handle on the back that makes carrying it way easier than I expected. What surprised me is how light it is, just under 15 pounds, so it's really manageable. The gripping pads on the bottom keep it from moving around on smooth tables, and I like that I can just pick it up with one hand and take it out to my car or the backyard. There's also a spot where you can attach a strap if you want to make it even easier to carry, though the strap is sold separately. The controls on the front are simple, with these backlit circular buttons to power each section on and off, so you're not wasting energy on unused ports. I appreciate how the ports are spaced out enough to prevent cables tangling up. From my experience, the Solix C300 is genuinely easy to set up and start using. When I got it, the charge was nearly full already, so I just hooked it up to the wall for about 50 more minutes, and it was completely topped off, thanks to the super fast charging feature. Anker says you can charge from almost empty to 80% in under an hour, and I found that to be true. I use the USB-C ports a lot, especially for my laptop and phone, and the fact that it supports 140-watt two-way fast charging is a serious advantage. It works with PD 3.1, which for beginners means Power Delivery 3.1, a fast charging standard. So if you have a device that supports fast charging, this power station can give you a quick battery boost. I tried using multiple devices at once, plugging into the 3 AC outlets, the car charger slot, and the USB ports. Everything worked without any hiccups. For simple things like charging cameras, running a fan, or powering a laptop, it's honestly perfect. The fan inside the unit is super quiet. Anker claims it runs at 25 dB from about a meter away, and I barely noticed any noise when it was charging or powering devices. The compact size also means I don't have to rearrange my packing, whether it's a road trip or just a night camping with friends. Another highlight for me is the built-in light on the power station. Pressing it gives you an emergency flashlight, which is useful when there's no other light source around. It's bright enough to see what you're doing, but not so harsh that it blinds you. I once used it in the backyard during a blackout, and it made a stressful night less chaotic. It takes about 50 minutes to recharge from a standard wall outlet. But if you're off-grid, you can use solar charging, though you'll need to get an Anker 100-watt or 60-watt solar panel. I haven't tested that yet, but it's reassuring knowing that I'll never run out of options as long as there's sun. One quick note, the C300 doesn't work with just any solar panel. It needs to be a compatible Anker model, so keep that in mind. A big point for newbies. The battery technology inside is called LiFePO4. It sounds technical, but really, it just means it'll outlast a typical lithium-ion battery by a huge margin. Anker says this is good for about 3,000 cycles, or around 10 years of use. I'm not at 10 years yet, obviously, but it gives me some peace of mind that I won't need to replace it after a couple of trips. Now about what I like most. This portable power station is super easy to integrate into just about any situation. I've used it in the car when I needed to finish work on my laptop, at picnics, even during an overnight storm when the lights went out at home. I can power a bunch of devices at once, and the battery capacity is plenty for phones, laptops, small appliances like fans, a camera, even my wireless router during a blackout. The clear LED screen shows me how much battery is left and which ports are active, so I know exactly what's going on. And the overall design feels way less clunky compared to older generators. No fuel, no fumes, safer for indoor use, and literally just a button to turn it on. One feature that stands out for me is the fast charge on the USB-C port. When my phone was about to die, I plugged it in, and I went from close to 0% to around 80% in just over half an hour. Especially if you're on a quick break or have limited time to keep things plugged in, this can make a big difference. It's also nice being able to turn each port section on or off so there's no energy wasted when something isn't in use. Of course, there are a few things I'm not completely sold on. The maximum AC power output is only 300 watts with a 600-watt surge, which means you can't use high-powered appliances like a coffee machine or a toaster. Definitely no fridges or power tools. I had hoped to run a small blender on it for smoothies during camping, but found it just wouldn't start. Also, while solar charging is a great feature, it's a little restrictive since it only works with some Anker-branded panels. So if you already own a different brand, you might be out of luck unless you're willing to get a new panel. Another thing is the maximum USB-C output for some ports. One of the USB-C ports is up to 140 watt, which is impressive, but the others max out at 45 watts or less. This means if you have a powerful laptop or other device, only one slot is going to provide that top charging speed at a time. From my experience, I haven't had to do much in terms of upkeep. Just keeping it clean, making sure the cooling vents are clear of dust, and storing it somewhere dry seemed to be enough. The cooling fans kick in automatically, and the temperature stays normal even under a heavy load. In conclusion, if you're looking for a lightweight, easy-to-carry portable power station that handles your everyday devices and smaller appliances, the Anker Solix C300 really fits the bill. It's perfect for camping, road trips, working remotely in parks, or as a backup when the grid is down. It's not designed for high-powered tools or big, energy-hungry appliances, but that's not really a flaw. More about choosing the right tool for the right job. For light to medium power needs, it's hard to beat. I'd recommend this for anyone who values portability, fast charging, simple setup, and a battery that's meant to last years. I'm glad I finally got to test it for myself, and it's found a permanent spot among my travel gear. Take a minute to subscribe to this channel, and let me know in the comments how you'd use a portable power station like the Solix C300. Thank you for watching.